Hi, my name is Sydney and I am coming to you today from the end of the world. Well, really I'm coming to you from World's End, which is a park not too far away from Boston City proper, but I just wanted to, I feel kind of free here, I don't do as much hiking or going for as many walks as I would like to, but when I do, I just find, I find a lot of peace with nature, and especially since I'm the type of person who has always been afraid of bugs. I've never wanted to go outside because of that. Lately, I've noticed myself becoming less afraid of that, less worried about it. I still dislike bugs, but I almost don't mind them being, around, just don't want them on me. And I think a lot of that is because of my main character, Race, who I talked about this a little bit in my video, Becoming Your Characters, where I said that my main character's love of nature has made me grow an appreciation for it. So I really love that. I love that in myself. It's really hot. It's like 90 degrees outside, so I don't really know why I'm sitting in the sun, but this bench was in the sun and I didn't feel like waiting to find another one because this is only the third one I've seen. But yeah, so excuse the sweatiness. Let me show you my view. I don't know if you can see it. It's all the way out there. Yeah, so I thought while I was here I would update you on what I'm doing for Camp NaNoWriMo. In a couple videos ago I talked about how I wasn't totally sure what I would be doing for July 2018 Nano, and that I might be either revisiting what I worked on in Stormcloud for camp in April, or I might just work on Pitchfork and work on revising that draft. So I kind of decided to do neither and at the same time do both, and to do much more than just both. I'm the type of writer who I love to have monthly goals. It keeps me on track. It helps me it gives me something to work toward, especially since I'm the only person motivating myself. It helps me to stay on track basically. And I think for the past couple of years, maybe even the past 3 or 4 years, I don't know when I started doing these monthly goals, but I've always had a monthly goal for the past couple of years. And it was great. It's worked really well for me and I've accomplished so much, but recently it started to kind of get to me a little bit. I felt like I couldn't work on either of the projects that I really needed to work on, and by needed I mean projects that I'm taking seriously and I'm trying to get published one day. But because of that, there's so much pressure on trying to get them done that sometimes I can sort of not lose my love for the story, but it's more like I just get tired of writing for a little bit. And that's fine and all, but I don't want writing to become a chore. I want it to be something that I love to do, even if it's something that I might dedicate a lot of my time to and something that I push myself to work on. I don't want it to become a thing that I resent, especially since it's my one great love in this world. I mean, I love other things, but writing is my thing. I am a writer. I tell people I am a writer. I embrace that wholeheartedly. But because the pressure of having a monthly goal started to get to me recently, especially at the end of June, I decided that I wanted to take a step back in July. Yeah, it's Camp NaNoWriMo, and yeah, that's the sort of event where you strive to achieve something, maybe challenge yourself to go a little bit further than you normally do, which I normally do. And I've been successful at every Camp Nano I've attempted. Cannot say the same for NaNoWriMo because 50,000 words is just too much to reach for, and it always happens at a random time in my writing schedule where I'm not working on anything where I can achieve 50,000 words when NaNoWriMo comes around, Plus Thanksgiving is there and I just want to eat food, and that's all I can think about is food and sweaters and soup and just cozying up with a book inside. And I'm a winter baby, but autumn has quickly become my favorite season. Well, I decided to take a step back in July, and so basically instead of trying to write 20,000 words for Stormcloud or trying to edit an entire draft of Pitchfork or whatever, I'm basically just working on, oh my god, I'm still afraid of bugs. I just don't want them near me. Anyway, which I know is sort of paradoxical since I'm outside in their territory, but whatever. Anyway, basically I decided to work on whatever the hell I want. So if one day I wake up and I decide I want to work on Stormcloud, so be it. If another day I decide that I want to work on Pitchfork, fine. If I want to work on, Project Wicked, which I think I mentioned once on this channel, or my other project, which I haven't given the name yet, for the channel, I have a title for it, but I haven't talked about it on this channel very much. But if I want to work on that, so be it. If I don't want to work on anything writing related, that's cool. The whole point is I'm working on what I want to work on when I want to work on it this month, and I'm not putting on any pressure on myself to accomplish stuff. And I gotta say, it feels pretty darn good. I feel very free. it's reminding me kind of what I love about writing, why I fell in love with writing in the first place. Writing is an outlet for me. It's a way that I can be creative. It's a way that I can push my creative energy and just kind of channel that into something that I really enjoy doing. Like, I'm so passionate about writing. Like, I've never been passionate about anything else. Like, I've always kind of felt like I've been okay at most things I've tried. Like, I was a good volleyball player, but I wasn't great. I was a good tennis player, but again, I wasn't great. I was a good bass clarinet player, but I wasn't great. And while I very much enjoyed all of those things, I never really loved them enough to be the type of player I guess other people wanted me to be. Like, I was just doing that for fun. I didn't really care about winning games or being on like all these different community bands and district bands and everything. Like I didn't care about all this stuff. I just wanted to play for fun. And I think the competition in that sort of took that out of me a little bit. And I have not touched any of those things since high school. But writing has always been that thing that, yeah, there is that competitive aspect of wanting to be published and stuff, which I talk about in a whole nother video, which I will link down below. But it's still something that I love, and it's something that I always come back to. It's something that's always there, you know? I don't just push my creativity, it encourages me. It is me. Like, I am a writer. Writing is me, and I love my stories like they're my children, you know? I was just thinking today about how, you know, parents talk about how they love their kids and they live for their children, and I sort of feel like I live for my characters, you know? Like, I care about them so much, so I don't want to lose that, and I don't want any of that to be tainted with this resentment towards feeling like I have to write all the time. So yeah, basically I'm chilling this month. Still getting some stuff done. I've already revised a good bit of Pitchfork so far. I've worked on a short story collection that I have going that's basically just a project for me. It's so much fun. I think I want to talk about that in another video and just explain what that whole thing is about. But yeah, basically I'm going back to the roots of writing. I'm remembering why I loved it in the first place, and I just feel so free. Hence why I'm here talking about this in a video. You know, I didn't have to film a video while I was here, so I'm filming this on my phone. But yeah, it just felt like a good place to talk about how I feel about writing. Yeah, so anyway, that's all I have to say, folks. Down below, just let me know, what are you guys working on right now? Do you ever feel like you need to take a break from putting pressure on yourself to achieve your writing goals, or are you good to just keep chugging forward? Do you ever think you will have to take a break? I don't know. Just let me know down in the comments. I'd be interested to know. It's so hot. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a like, hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification icon so you can be notified whenever I post new videos. And who knows where I'll take you next. And I will see you next time. Toodaloo!
When I go home alone, I drive past the place where I was born, and the places that I used to drink. Young and drunk and stumbling in the street outside, the joiner's arms like foals unsteady on